All right, so I checked the climber manual and it says 185 milliliters of automatic transmission fluid. And the Honda manual says automatic transmission fluid as well. So that's what's going back into it. I think it said 190 milliliters, so I'm just going to put 185 or so, somewhere in between there. I don't want to overfill it. And then I got the right fork done. I'm just getting ready to fill up the left fork. I had to move the banjo bolt a little bit for the brake line. I'll reposition it just because when you come in here, you got to push down and against the spring as you're trying to turn it. And I just needed room for my fingers to get in there. It wasn't too bad once I got it done. And I greased up the threads too. That helped a lot when I was tightening them up. It actually tightened up a lot easier than it loosened. So greasing the threads was the right thing to do. I still have the bike jacked up, so no weight on the wheel, which is what you want so that the spring is not pushed up as high as it could be pushed up if there was weight. But yeah, so it's holding. No drips, no leaks out of the drain there on the bottom. So I think we'll be okay once I put in the right amount. Some fresh ATF. There's quite a difference between the two forks. I mean, the stuff that came out of the right fork was really bad. And the left fork wasn't much better, but they were both green. So I don't know if what Honda put in there in those days for ATF was green ATF, but I'm always used to the pink or red stuff. So that's what's going in there. And that's it. That should do her. Okay, I went for a ride, and big difference now in the handling of the bike. Before, when I would take the bike down off the center stand, kind of roll forward and hit the brake, the bike would just dive. It was felt really soft and spongy on the forks. Not anymore. Now, when you take the bike off the center stand, it's nice and firm. I mean, there's still a little bit of give there in the forks, but it's definitely firm and it bounces back. So changing out the fluid was definitely the right thing to do. It made a big difference. So I went for a ride, as I said, and I had a vibration in the front of it. It was a very strange vibration. It was kind of cyclic, and it was like a shudder. I think what the problem is that I need to rebalance the front wheel. I think the balance is off on it, and it's kind of giving me this shudder. And now that I've fixed the problem with the fork oil and put the right oil in, and the forks are working better, I think they're transmitting the vibration from the unbalanced front wheel a little more to the handlebars and to the frame. I can definitely feel it through the seat, the vibrations. Anyway, so that's gonna be the next job, is take that wheel off and check the balance on that. When I put the caps back on, this one here on the left was a real struggle to get back in. You know, I don't think I'll need to be doing the forks anytime again soon. I hope not anyway, because that was really difficult. The choke lever just got in the way of getting my hands in there. I just didn't have enough room to push down as well as turn at the same time. So it was a definite challenge. A lot more difficult than the right, which was no picnic itself. But anyway, got it all back together and put some air in with my bicycle pump, and I got it up to 10 or 11 pounds, and that should do it. So the next job will be to balance the front wheel. When I had the bike as I have it now, I put it back up on the jack stand underneath, or the jack stand, the jack underneath the bike. When I jacked it up to get the front wheel off, I noticed I heard that sound, and at first I thought it might have been the bearings for the steering head, but it doesn't feel notchy when I turn it, and it's nice and smooth all the way from stop to stop. So I kind of looked at it a little closer. I was like, man, I don't know, is it the steering head? Is it squeak or what? And what I found was the cables here for the clutch and for the tachometer. There's like a little bracket here, and just them moving through there, the rubber coating on the outside just squeaks a bit. So I was like, well, good. At least the steering head bearings aren't something I got to deal with right now. So next job will be the front wheel off and rebalanced. Fun, fun, fun.